and welcome to Crowforest Reviews. Today, we're going to be looking at Toy Story of Terror. Anyway, wow, this lighting really sucks. Anyway, this is Toy Story of Terror. So we start off with a woman who looks suspiciously not very toy-like being chased by a vampire who also looks suspiciously not very toy-like. Wait, did I put in the wrong movie? No, it turns out that it's actually the toys watching a movie. That's actually kind of a clever setup. We'll ignore for the moment that watching a movie in the trunk of a moving car makes no sense. As they're watching, the car hits a bump in the road, and Jessie gets knocked into what looks like a toolbox and gets locked in. This causes her to panic, and her friends come to rescue her. They get her out with little to no effort, but she's still pretty shaken up by what happened. Turns out that the bump in the road is actually a tire going out, and as a result, they have to pull over and find a motel to stay in for the night. After asking her mom, Bonnie gets her toy bag out of the trunk and takes it inside, bringing our protagonists into this classic horror setting along with her.
At the Sleepwell Motel, you're gonna sleep well.
Okay, that's quite possibly the strangest scary villain quote I have ever heard. So, yada yada, standard horror stuff. Mr. Potato Head wanders off, the others follow, they find a secret passage, they get split up.
This would be the part where the characters get separated and then picked off one by one.
Yeah, having you outline all of the cliches that you're going to use was funny at first, but eventually you get to the point where you realize that just saying that something is cliché doesn't actually make it any less cliché. So let's see, what haven't we done yet? How about a dramatic chase scene? Buzz, Woody, and Jessie are the only three left, and they are running for their lives from something. It's too dark to see what, but they dare not hang around long enough to find out. But it's no use. It has them cornered. They try to fight back, but it's no use. It's Mr. Potato Head's arm? Cliché? Yeah, I totally saw that one coming a mile away. So the arm tries to communicate with them, as arms do, through the very complex sign language of pointing up.
One letter. One syllable. Once upon a time. 1 + 1 is what?
I think maybe it's pointing up.
Up. Yeah, of course.
So anyway, they finally go up into the obvious tunnel that Mr. Potato Head's arm has clearly been pointing to the whole time. And what does it lead to? A shower. Spooky. So they rappel down from the top of the shower, and Buzz and Woody leave the room. But before Jessie can follow them, she's stopped by someone calling to her from behind. Startled, she whirls around, but the only thing there is a toilet. But no, it wasn't the toilet after all. Big surprise, I know. It was actually a toy behind the toilet. It turns out that another toy, Combat Carl, was hiding under the sink, and he gives Jessie some very cryptic third-person advice.
Combat Carl's seen things. Combat Carl's learned. You gotta keep moving.
Are you Combat Carl?
So Combat Carl and Jessie talk for a while, Combat Carl continuing to refer to Combat Carl in the third person. But then, out of nowhere, Combat Carl is dragged off by a shadowy figure. Jessie tries to escape, but the figure catches up with her and drags her away too. But in dragging her away, the identity of the shadowy creature is finally revealed. A lizard. And the cliches continue to pile up. I mean, really? Come on. The person to drag people away in the middle of the night is always a lizard. So anyway, Walking Cliché takes Jessie to the manager's office. You know, the one who delivered us that creepy awesome line earlier.
You're gonna sleep well.
Yeah, that one. And in an absolutely shocking twist, it turns out that the creepy manager is evil. Not only that, but it turns out that the manager has been kidnapping toys for years to sell on the black market eBay. Oh wait, this is the Pixar universe, so I guess that would be the black market by and large. So Jessie is put in a locked display case along with her friends after being put up for auction by the manager. The toys try to break out, but without success. And before they have time to try again, the manager comes back in to check on his bids, only to discover that Woody has sold for $2,000. Oh, sorry, I guess it's e-bid.
What started out as a classic horror film has turned into something more of a tragedy.
Shut up! That stopped being clever 13 minutes ago! And we're only 13 minutes into this thing! The manager comes back in when Jessie gets an offer also. He takes her out of the case and is about to box her up to ship when the tow truck guy interrupts him. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten there was a flat tire in this thing. That was the main plot MacGuffin, wasn't it? Jessie goes to get Woody out of his box, but the delivery lady gets to him first and loads the box onto the truck. Getting desperate now, the toys scramble to come up with a new plan. Buzz suggests that they should all make a break for the truck and rescue Woody, but Mr. Potato Head reminds him that they are all still slaves of that all-powerful taboo against being seen. So it's all up to Jessie. And now we come to Jessie's big defining character moment of the movie. Learning to refer to herself in the third person.
Jessie never gives up. Jessie finds a way.
Wow, that's kind of a letdown. No big dramatic hero moment? Nope. Just learning to refer to herself in the third person. So Jessie manages to save the day through some Deus Ex bull crap or something like that. Honestly, if you care, you should just watch it. So to make a long story short, they all get out okay, and they all get back in the trunk of the car to finish their trip. But we just can't end this without another stupid Mr. Pricklepants quote, now can we?
A sure sign that the worst is behind us and the movie is just about over. I'd say they'd be running the credits about now.
Ha ha ha. This movie was not as good as I expected it to be. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there's nothing to enjoy here. As a Pixar production, the animation is still top-notch, and the story here is actually pretty good. Where the movie falls flat is with the characters. And for a franchise that has given us some of the most beloved characters of all time, that's pretty hard to overlook. Anyway, not a bad movie, and I would recommend it for the animation and the setting, if not the characters. Until next time, here's our kid-friendly clip of the day. What are you doing here? I already finished my Halloween review. You will pay for what you have done. What? You call this a Halloween episode? Well, yeah, it was all scary and crap. How dare you have a Halloween episode and not invite me? Well, clearly I didn't really need you. It turned out just fine without you. Insolent boy, you'll know me better. Reviewing my movie. Reviewing your movie? I'm not reviewing your movie. I have a theme here, and the Phantom of the Opera is not part of that theme. So unless you can show me a Lego version or something, we're done here. But that is precisely the one I wish you to review. Well, the joke's on you, dummy. There never was a Lego Phantom of the Opera. Oh, but there was. And that is precisely the version I wish you to review. No. Even if there was a Lego Phantom of the Opera, which, you know, there wasn't, I've already done my Halloween review. Maybe next year. You will curse the day you did not do all that the Phantom asked of you. Alright, fine, I'll do it. Jeez. Never do that again! Well, I guess join us next time for the Halloween episode.